What's up, guys? This is Bull the Fell-Handed, and today is KV Tuesday. We are on Serene Coast, standard battle. The greens have spawned on the northern side, the reds have spawned on the southern side. We have a brace of KV2s, and unfortunately for us, we are bottom tier, 2 tiers down. But that's okay. We're not gonna let that stop us. We're gonna go ahead and press on as any good KV2 operator should. Now, if you are not privy to the awesome destruction of this tank, I urge you to give it a try. It is a tier 6. It is essentially the tier 6 Death Star. As if you get a side or rear shot, you can normally one-shot a tank equal tier or lower. However, firing at higher tier tanks, they have thicker armor, thus the high explosive round you are firing is not that effective. So keep that in mind if you are firing at a higher tier vehicle. That being said, these tanks are pretty awesome in their own way. The aim time, your aim time accuracy, you have a lot of things slow. So we take a long range derp there, we end up connecting, we didn't do a whole lot of damage. The good thing about firing high X, guys, is whatever you hit, you are pretty sure to break. What I'm talking about is, your module damage, your crew member damage, so on and so forth. So just be aware of that. While it may not look like you did a great deal of damage, you may in fact actually have hurt somebody big time. Moving on. So originally we were going to advance around the horn here, say around F9, F0, and go ahead and advance on the reds. Now what stopped us from this is we're 2 tiers down. Now you can actually do good work if you are 2 tiers down in any tank. However, you need to play a bit more cautiously, because what you have to understand is you don't have the armor, the HP, the gun to hang with a tank that's 2 tiers above you. So that's kind of what we're doing right here. We're playing very cautiously. And so far it's kind of working out for us. We're doing a lot of good work here. We are taking a little bit of blind fire. We just teed off on that guy. He gave us a side, and that was a wrap. Long range derp. What are you going to do? So just be aware of that as someone who is actively fighting KV2s, that if this thing is not lit up, there's a very good chance he may be looking at you, scoping you in, so to speak. Now, the reds are pushing the heck out of the F9 area, so we're very aware of that, and that's kind of why we're backing up. We're essentially going into defensive mode here. Don't really know why that guy came around the corner. At any rate, he got double derped, and that's fine. You can't let the armor and the gun and the tank and the HP make you overconfident with the KV2, because it will derp you, shut you down, and you'll be looking around asking what happened. So just be very cautious with these tanks. And that goes both ways. That goes for your operators and the guys who, have a KV2 looking at them. I thought I could Hail Mary that shot. It just wasn't in the cards. But that's fine. You don't really expect to make any kind of clutch shot in this tank. If it's not 100% scoped in, you don't really have much of a chance. If you get close, it's kind of a different story. So if you look at the top of the screen there, we are winning big time. And so at this point I decided I'd go ahead and advance. I make a clutch shot there, which was a horrible idea. Just kind of wanted to pull around the corner and fire. And that's something you can't really do with a KV2 with a lengthy reload like we have. You really need to scope stuff in most of the time. So we're trying to get a good lock on here. We hit that guy right in the side, and I have no idea how I did not just outright kill him. Must have hit him somewhere a little tough, but that's fine. So we're halfway submerged, we're pulling out, And the idea is I'm just trying to just wait for the gun to reload so I can get a good shot in. And this isn't really the type of tank that, you know, you can even move a little and still hit something reliably, because once you move just a little bit, the gun, you know, goes to the roof as far as dispersion. So just keep that in mind. This needs to be a very stationary tank. I'm not saying go out and buy a camo net for it, but I am saying that you need to aim very, very carefully, which of course you will find out if you decide to buy this monstrous beast. Moving on. So there's only one left, guys. We are essentially on mop-up duty. However, they took out a fairly good number of us. They took out 4 when I pretty much thought the game was over. So kudos for them. They ended up, you know, not necessarily snatching defeat from the jaws of victory, but they're not just laying down. They're going out with a fight. And that's always what you guys want to do. You never want to just drive into the water or put your barrel up or surrender. I mean, you know, you want to go out there and fight every single time. So, moving on, I would say the one thing that I do not care for about this tank is maneuverability. It's very slow. It doesn't turn very well. Of course, I don't care for any of the gun stats, but what can you do? It is what it is. Of course, same thing with the mobility. We did okay, guys. We did not do fantastic. We ended up pulling 27, 26, 835 assists. Guys, I really hope you enjoy. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you next time.